Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another edition of the Fabrication Basics series that we started a few weeks back. I think this is going to be our third or fourth one of those. And just a reminder that this video series is not for you experts out there, not for all the guys that know everything that we're doing here and more. And I'm glad you're there, I'm glad you're watching, appreciate your input, but also recognizing there's thousands of people that watch these videos, and a large number of those people have very minimal fabrication experience and some none at all. So a lot of the videos that we make where everything's just ran through extremely fast don't really help them that much. So what I've been trying to do lately is carve out a small little section of a major project and focus in on one part of the fabrication in detail and kind of break that down. So this week, if you guys, some of you guys watch a lot of the machining community creators out there, and if you watch them, you'll recognize that they don't hesitate to spend 2, 3, 4 hours making a fixture or a jig to then use to actually do the fabrication or machining or turning or milling, whatever it is they're doing. And an incredible amount of patience and precision just to get the work holding fixture in place before they even start to actually machine the product. This is a very simple version of that. But one of the things that you see often in our videos and projects is we use a lot of rivets in them, and they're solid rivets, and I don't have the type of equipment to properly secure the rivet on the backside, so most of the time I just weld them in place, and they will serve as a structural fastener but just be welded on the backside instead of peened over. But one of the things that when you weld it, it's kind of a permanent situation. You cannot, use it as a removable fastener. So I wanted a way to be able to do that on this latest project, which is this corner cabinet. I'll put a link here in case this is sometime in the future and you want to actually see the build that this came off of. But this was to be able to drill and tap a rivet. And as you can see here, I came up with this little fixture, and it's simply a 3/8 inch, a piece of 3/8 inch drop cut off of another project. I drilled a 3/8 inch hole in it, which is the diameter of the rivet, and then cross drilled a 1/4 20 hole and added a set screw to be able to tighten it down. All right, and that's just to be able to hold it in place so that we can drill and tap it from the backside. So this video is just going to bring you into the details of that. We're going to walk through the process of using it, drilling and tapping it, and then actually fastening it onto the cabinet itself. All right, so take a look. Okay, so we're going to take our rivet and put it in the fixture that we made up. Okay, and then we will lock our set screw down. Get that in there pretty tight. And we're using a 5/32 tap drill for the 1032 threads. And we're not looking for perfect accuracy on this in terms of centering it. Just as long as we get it somewhere fairly close to the center, it'll work just fine. It looks pretty good right there. So we'll put a clamp down on our fixture. And we'll add another clamp just for good measure. A little bit of liquid love, cutting fluid. was going to show this real quick. A lot of people don't realize that there's different kinds of taps. There's straight fluted taps, and then there's spiral fluted taps. These are spiral fluted, and then within the family there's also taper taps or starting taps, and then you also have a bottoming tap, which allows you to reach the bottom of the hole. So you want to start off with a taper tap like that to get it started, and then once you get it started, you can use a bottoming tap to get your threads to go all the way to the bottom of the hole. All right, so we are going to start with our taper tap. We're going to use the drill to start it, and then we'll finish it by hand. More liquid love. Alright, so we just got it started in there. We'll finish it by hand. Don't want any broken taps. And that's working good. Alright, we'll pull this one back out and use our bottoming tap now. And we'll just tighten it up until it starts to feel a little snug, and then that'll be the indication that we've reached the bottom. And there it is right there. Alright, so we'll do a little test here. Let's see if our screw will fit, and it does. Alright, so we got our holes drilled, and now we want to just put a tiny tack weld on this, because obviously you cannot get a wrench or socket or anything on that, so you got to have a way to keep that from spinning when you're running your bolt in. So what we're going to do is just put a little baby tack with the TIG here on the back side. And the same thing on the other one. All right, you can see our rivets that we made here with the backside drilled and tapped. And this is going to fit on like this. Flip it over. There's our 2 holes, and we'll get our 1032 screws and run those in. All right, so we're all finished up. Hopefully that was helpful or informative to you. And if you have any comments or suggestions on how you would have, done the fixturing or work holding in this case, please leave a comment. Let me know. All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.